What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, coming at you today with another daily trade review. Today we will be reviewing trades from a green day. It was a decent day in the market. Not quite as patient as we were yesterday, but patient nonetheless. We did take a couple of trades that weren't really showing any technical patterns. As you know, I like to trade technical patterns because technical patterns pays, patience pays, and I want to get paid. So we need to do everything in our power to get paid. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the thumbnail watch list. Let's see what we were looking at today. Had a fairly full thumbnail watch list, but if you look at these charts, we were looking at pretty much everything to go high today. Everything up here, we're looking to go high. And then we had Netflix down there, just seeing if it was going to go low today. But look what everything did. Airbnb, it was down below the yesterday's high, but was just trying to see if it might break it. Nothing. Flush down. IWM looking to go long, looking for calls. It opened, retest, failed miserably. Microsoft, same thing. Microsoft opened just below it. It did what we was wanting it to do. Break the previous day's high. Made a nice move. Came back, retest, and just chopped on down lower. VOO, same thing. Opened, nice pullback, and just flushed on down. XOM, ExxonMobil, same thing. Came back down to yesterday's previous high. And we actually got a trade on this one, so I won't talk too much about XMO. We're going to look at that one. Nike, same thing, flush down. Walmart chopped around. We came back and looked at this one in the afternoon, and we took a trade that we probably should not have. This is one of our red trades for the day. Had RDBX on there to look for a stock play. Didn't take a trade on that one. CYN, we got in this one pre-market. And we got out of this one as the market was opening. Let me do that again. Let's take a look at some numbers real quick. I wrote them down. We got in this one at $1.71 at 8:41 this morning. We got out at 205. Selling it at 205. We got out at 933. So we got out as this was coming back. We left quite a bit of money on the table, but we made quite a bit of money. So that was a good trade. Nothing on Netflix. We see that the Qs opened at the high of yesterday. Flushed all the way back down and straight through the lows. The SPY gapped up. Pull back, same thing. Just flushed. But one thing we can see, if you look at these charts where the green lines are at and where the red lines, we see that these stocks respected both of those areas. And that is what I like to see. And like I said, especially for this strategy where I'm looking for it to gap over, retest it, and go, we can see some good things if we are patient. And that's what we need to be, a little more patient. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the Tradervue. Let's look at the numbers. We're reviewing trades from April 21st. We took 6 trades today. Closed P&L in the green, 146. Good solid day. We had 2 red trades right there in the middle, right in the middle of the day. Trades that we really shouldn't have taken. Had we looked at the chart, we wouldn't have taken those, I'm pretty sure. But good solid day overall. 1 trade on XOM, nice and green. Like I say, Walmart was red, and we took 4 on SPY, one of them being red. So we'll go ahead, bring the charts up. What we'll do is get XMO and WMT out the way, and then we could review all the SPYs at the same time. How about that? And if you have not already hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Doesn't cost you a thing. But let's go ahead. Let's get these trades reviewed. First trade that we will be reviewing, which was our second trade of the day, is going to be on XMO. And we know that the energy stocks have been doing good lately. The energy sector has been doing good. Traded Chevron a few times, and figure we take a trade on XOM this morning. So let's change this to the 1 minute just so that we can see the time frames we were getting in. Most of these trades were entered in off of the 2 minute chart, off of the open. But we got in this one at 9:56. 9:56 right there. A little late. I'll say that we got in a little late. We see that this one broke down, came back up, retest, it failed, got back below yesterday's high, broke that and the VWAP. And then it just kind of consolidated along. Right here would have been the optimum entry, right there. But we got in right there. Still not bad. We got 2 calls. We bought 2 call contracts. Getting in there. This thing never would have came anywhere near our stop. And we got out of this one 11 minutes later, 10:07. Where is 10:07? Right here on this red candle as it was coming back down. Made $54 on the trade. We paid $64 per contract. So we were in this trade for $128. And we made $54. That is the beauty of options. It does not take you much to see a good gain. And this one here spoke to that fact. This one here spoke to that fact. So good solid trade on XMO. And we see it would have gave us a few more opportunities, but it was kind of choppy. So went on up a little bit more, but we took no more trades on that one. And then let's go ahead and get Walmart out the way. This was a trade that we took later on in the afternoon. We had sat back down looking at the computer. And let's see what Walmart was doing. We blow it up from about there on. So we see that Walmart had flushed down a good little ways. And look, it grinded its way all the way back up to yesterday's high. Came back down, went again. And look at where we got in this thing at. We got in this trade at 12:44. Let's see. That's on this candle. This was just a ugly entry. Ugly. It's extended. It's horribly extended. We would have wanted to pull back to about right there. Look where that thing pulled back to. About right there. But then you would have had the high right there. So you would not have wanted to get in as it broke this candle. Uh-oh. I didn't want to drop that. You would not have wanted to get in right there. You would at least wanted to see this thing test and go. We got in here. That was a ugly entry. And we stopped out of this bad boy at 12:52. On this candle right here. 1 contract. So we were definitely giving it extra room to take more money from us. And we stopped out for $22 loss on that trade. So again, overextended, no retest and go. So just a overall ugly ugly trade right there. Not sure what I was seeing real time that made me want to take that trade. Let's look at the 2 minute, because again, we would not have been looking at the 1 minute. Let's see. 2 minutes still extended. Not quite as bad being only 2 candles, but still extended. Let's look at the 5 minute. See if the 5 minutes showing anything different. Where are you at? Oh, 5 minute. There you go. 5 minute just shows you one candle well extended, and definitely not a reason. Again, we want to see that retest and break. You would have got it right there, but again, it's not a good chart to be trying to take a trade on. So let's go ahead and get that one out of our memory bank. And we will start reviewing the SPY trades. We traded 4 times on this bad boy today. Let's look at a big picture of it. My allergies are kicking my butt this evening. Getting this review out of the way a little later than usual. My allergies are just kicking my butt. But we see that the SPY opened. It made a little move, came back down, just chopped around. And once it got below the VWAP, it never got above the VWAP. It just flushed, just ugly. But we made some money on it today. First trade was one of those. We got in this one at 9.49. Let's see what we were seeing at 9.49. It would have been that candle. I like this one. So, SPY opened, broke up, came back, got below the VWAP, pushed back up above it, and it kind of just consolidated on over. We got in when it broke the high of that candle right there. And we got out 3 minutes later, 9:52 and some change, which was that red candle right there. So good solid trade right there. I can dig it. Let's see what it looked like on the 2 minute. 2 minute, same thing. Up, back down, consolidated over. We're going to enter as it breaks those candles there. Look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes not quite as impressive. Kind of flagged. This was a little flag that it was forming. We broke it on the high. So I guess you could look at it that way and it would be nice. But we see right after we got out, this thing just flushed. It just gave up the ghost, as they say. But that was our first trade. And then we were done. Those were our morning trades, with the exception of Walmart. And then our last 3 SPY trades were in the afternoon. The first one we took at 12:47. 12:47. Let's get on over to 12:47. Let's see what we were looking at. So we see that the SPY just chugged on down. Got down to this area right here. And we took this trade at 12:47. So it would have been on this red candle here. And we bought a call right there. One call. Let's take a look at this full chart. And again, I'm going to switch over to the 2 minute because we would have been looking at either the 2 minute or the 5 minute. And I'll give you what I was looking at because you don't see any pattern on there. So we see that the SPY chopped around the high, flushed back down to the low, came up, pulled back. We were looking for this thing to bounce off of yesterday's low, as well as the 50, which is right there. So we was expecting this to bounce and go, but we had no confirmation. Good entry for that thought process would have been getting in when the stock came up above this point right here. But it never did. Never did. So that's what I take from this particular trade. Come down like it was going to make a W, but we were anxious. We were premature. We lost $22. What we would have wanted to see is it break that point, and then we can get in. But yep, definitely a little early there. And we got out of this one at 12:49. That's 12:48. We would have been getting out right down there. I'm gonna change that one so we can go back to marking our next few trades. But yeah, we would stopped out right there. But guess what we did? Guess what Look Around did? We got out of that one at like 12:49 and 19 seconds or something like that. We get back in the next trade, 12:49 and 47. So now we're seeing that this is in a downtrend. It was in a downtrend the entire time. Why are you trying to go that way? It's in a downtrend. So we bought one put right there. Again, that's going to give us a little extra room. We see we never needed that extra room. And we got out of this one 4 minutes later, 12:53. Dang, right there on the candle. Right here as it came down to here. We see that it would have pulled back and kept going. But we got it out of that one for $34. So just catching that move down. We did see that we had this area marked on the chart. It looked like this was another area right here. A little minor area there. Because chopped along there. But got out, made $34 on that trade. So not bad. And then our last trade of the day. We got in at 12:58. Bam, right on that candle. So let this thing pull back. Now we have pullback and we have confirmation. I'm gonna drop. Let me go ahead and drop where we got out at 13:07. I'm gonna go ahead and change this over to the 5 minute. Let's look at it on there. So we had gotten out right there. We got in this one 12:58 and 46 seconds. So we probably would have been as it broke this area right here. We bought 2 contracts on this one. And we got out right there, 13:07. We made $60 on that trade. $60. So we could have sat through that 5 minute and let it break a little bit more and made a few more dollars. But we were good at that point. We were up 164. Or I'm sorry, my dyslexia kicked in. 146. We were up 146 on that. So we were good for the day. And figure we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see how we can close the week out. But if you look at the 5 minute chart, just look how smooth this thing looks compared to the 2 minute and especially the 1 minute. Look at that. If you look at this one, you look at this and you're like, okay, we might be able to start back going high again. It done made this little bottom. And then you look at the 5 minute. Nowhere on this 5 minute would you even ever think that the tide is changing. And that's what I kind of learned today, was that look at the higher time frame. What might look like a trend change, like the stock is changing trend and about to start going high, can be the setup for a breakdown on the 5 minute. So what looks like Like this area right here, it broke the high of this. So what candle is that? That's 1235. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like around 1235. That's over here. Look at that. Nowhere on this chart would make you think that you should be going high. And that is what I was looking at to try to play that little bounce. So on the 1 and the 2 minute, it had me thinking that we might be setting up for a W bottom and a go to bounce back up. On the 5-minute, this thing is showing consolidation, and we're going to break this area and we're going to continue lower. And then look what it did on the 5-minute. It came back up, retested, and gave a perfect opportunity right there to just rip the rest of the day. So that is what I learned today. Like, be mindful. If I'm looking to take a trade on a 2-minute, be mindful to look at the 5-minute. If I'm looking at the 5-minute, be mindful to look at the 15. Because on my trading station, I have the 2-minute, the 5-minute, the 15, and usually the 30. The 30 is giving me my true bias for the day. Uh-oh, kicked my camera. 15 and 30 is giving me my bias for the day. So that is what I learned. That is what I learned. But I hope y'all enjoyed the recap. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll be ready to get it again tomorrow. Peace.